Hello everyone. In this lesson, you'll learn 127 powerful collocations using with, one of the most common and useful words in English. These collocations are everywhere in real conversations, and mastering them is an excellent way to expand your vocabulary, improve your speaking, and develop your listening skills. You'll hear natural examples that you can copy, repeat, and start using in your own daily English. By the end of this video, you'll sound more fluent, more confident, and much closer to a native speaker. Let's get started. With pleasure. With pleasure. I'll help you with pleasure. I'll help you with pleasure. With care. With care. Please handle this antique vase with care. Please handle this antique vase with care. With ease. With ease. She completed the exercise with ease. She completed the exercise with ease. With confidence. With confidence. He spoke to the audience with confidence. He spoke to the audience with confidence. With respect. With respect. Always treat your elders with respect. Always treat your elders with respect. With pride. With pride. She accepted the award with pride. She accepted the award with pride. With joy. With joy. He greeted his old friend with joy. He greeted his old friend with joy. With sadness. With sadness. She looked back on the past with sadness. She looked back on the past with sadness. With patience. With patience. The teacher answered the questions with patience. The teacher answered the questions with patience. With honesty. With honesty. He admitted his mistake with honesty. He admitted his mistake with honesty. With courage. With courage. The firefighter acted with courage. The firefighter acted with courage. With relief. With relief. He sighed with relief after the exam. He sighed with relief after the exam. With excitement. With excitement. The kids opened the presents with excitement. The kids opened the presents with excitement. With gratitude. With gratitude. She thanked them with gratitude. She thanked them with gratitude. With curiosity. With curiosity. The child stared at the robot with curiosity. The child stared at the robot with curiosity. With hope. With hope. They faced the future with hope. They faced the future with hope. with regret, with regret. He spoke with regret about his decision. He spoke with regret about his decision. With sympathy, with sympathy. She listened with sympathy to her friend's story. She listened with sympathy to her friend's story. With love, with love. He looked at his family with love. He looked at his family with love. With passion, with passion. She plays the piano with passion. She plays the piano with passion. With force, with force. He pushed the door open with force. He pushed the door open with force. With speed, with speed. The athlete sprinted with speed towards the finish line. The athlete sprinted with speed towards the finish line. With energy, with energy. She began the workout with energy. She began the workout with energy. With power, with power. The singer's voice filled the hall with power. The singer's voice filled the hall with power. With strength, with strength. He lifted the crate with strength. He lifted the crate with strength. With skill, with skill. The surgeon operated with skill. The surgeon operated with skill. With accuracy, with accuracy. The archer hit the target with accuracy. The archer hit the target with accuracy. With style, with style. She entered the room with style. She entered the room with style. With grace, with grace. He danced with grace and control. He danced with grace and control. With rhythm, with rhythm. The band played with rhythm and drive. The band played with rhythm and drive. With effort, with effort. They cleaned the garden with effort. They cleaned the garden with effort. With determination, with determination. She trained with determination every day. She trained with determination every day. With focus, with focus. He revised for the test with focus. He revised for the test with focus. With concentration, with concentration. She solved the puzzle with concentration. She solved the puzzle with concentration. With discipline, with discipline. He studies each morning with discipline. He studies each morning with discipline. With dedication, with dedication. The team painted the mural with dedication. The team painted the mural with dedication. With ambition, with ambition. She approached her career with ambition. She approached her career with ambition. With creativity. With creativity. He decorated the set with creativity. He decorated the set with creativity. With attention. With attention. The children listened with attention. The children listened with attention. With intention. With intention. She spoke with intention to encourage others. She spoke with intention to encourage others. With friends. With friends. He went to the park with friends. He went to the park with friends. With family. With family. She spends most weekends with family. She spends most weekends with family. With colleagues. With colleagues. They compared ideas with colleagues. They compared ideas with colleagues. With neighbours. With neighbours. We shared fresh bread with neighbours. We shared fresh bread with neighbours. With classmates. With classmates. She revised with classmates after school. She revised with classmates after school. With teammates. With teammates. He trained with teammates in the evening. He trained with teammates in the evening. With strangers. With strangers. She travelled with strangers on the bus. She travelled with strangers on the bus. With children. With children. He volunteers with children at the library. He volunteers with children at the library. With guests. With guests. They chatted with guests in the garden. They chatted with guests in the garden. With relatives. With relatives. We spent Christmas with relatives. We spent Christmas with relatives. With partners. With partners. They run the business with partners abroad. They run the business with partners abroad. With friends nearby. With friends nearby. She always feels safer with friends nearby. She always feels safer with friends nearby. With locals. With locals. He explored the village with locals as guides. He explored the village with locals as guides. With tourists. With tourists. The guide worked with tourists all summer. The guide worked with tourists all summer. With the team. With the team. He celebrated with the team after the win. He celebrated with the team after the win. With a key. With a key. He unlocked the gate with a key. He unlocked the gate with a key. With a pen. With a pen. She signed the contract with a pen. She signed the contract with a pen. With a knife. With a knife. He sliced the bread with a knife. He sliced the bread with a knife. With a spoon. With a spoon. She stirred the soup with a spoon. She stirred the soup with a spoon. With a fork. With a fork. He ate the salad with a fork. He ate the salad with a fork. With a hammer. With a hammer. The carpenter hit the nail with a hammer. The carpenter hit the nail with a hammer. With a brush. With a brush. She painted the wall with a brush. She painted the wall with a brush. With a phone. With a phone. He took the photo with a phone. He took the photo with a phone. With a camera. With a camera. She filmed the scene with a camera. She filmed the scene with a camera. With a computer. With a computer. He finished the design with a computer. He finished the design with a computer. With chalk. With chalk. She wrote on the board with chalk. She wrote on the board with chalk. With paint. With paint. They decorated the fence with paint. They decorated the fence with paint. With glue. With glue. He fixed the toy with glue. He fixed the toy with glue. With tape. With tape. She sealed the box with tape. She sealed the box with tape. With scissors. With scissors. He cut the paper with scissors. He cut the paper with scissors. With string. With string. She tied the parcel with string. She tied the parcel with string. With wood. With wood. He built the bench with wood. He built the bench with wood. With stone. With stone. They paved the path with stone. They paved the path with stone. With water. With water. She filled the bucket with water. She filled the bucket with water. With blue eyes. With blue eyes. She is the girl with blue eyes. She is the girl with blue eyes. With brown hair. With brown hair. The man with brown hair is my cousin. The man with brown hair is my cousin. With long hair. With long hair. The woman with long hair smiled at me. The woman with long hair smiled at me. With short hair. With short hair. He's the boy with short hair. He's the boy with short hair. With a smile. With a smile. She welcomed us with a smile. She welcomed us with a smile. With a beard. With a beard. The man with a beard is our teacher. The man with a beard is our teacher. With freckles. With freckles. The girl with freckles won the prize. The girl with freckles won the prize. With glasses. With glasses. The man with glasses is the new manager. The man with glasses is the new manager. With a scar. With a scar. The soldier with a scar told his story. The soldier with a scar told his story. With a tattoo. With a tattoo. She chatted to the artist with a tattoo on his arm. She chatted to the artist with a tattoo on his arm. With red shoes. With red shoes. The woman with red shoes entered the shop. The woman with red shoes entered the shop. With a hat. With a hat. The boy with a hat waved at us. The boy with a hat waved at us. With curly hair. With curly hair. The girl with curly hair is my friend. The girl with curly hair is my friend. With dimples. With dimples. The boy with dimples laughed loudly. The boy with dimples laughed loudly. With straight teeth. With straight teeth. She's the model with straight teeth. She's the model with straight teeth. With a soft voice. With a soft voice. The woman with a soft voice asked a question. The woman with a soft voice asked a question. With a loud laugh. With a loud laugh. The man with a loud laugh walked in. The man with a loud laugh walked in. With pale skin. With pale skin. The actor with pale skin looked nervous. The actor with pale skin looked nervous. With strong arms. With strong arms. The worker with strong arms lifted the box. The worker with strong arms lifted the box. With bright eyes. With bright eyes. The baby with bright eyes smiled. The baby with bright eyes smiled. With anger. With anger. He replied with anger in his voice. He replied with anger in his voice. With fear. With fear. She entered the cave with fear. She entered the cave with fear. With shock. With shock. He stared at the news with shock. He stared at the news with shock. With surprise. With surprise. She reacted with surprise to the gift. She reacted with surprise to the gift. With laughter. with laughter. The corridor rang with laughter. The corridor rang with laughter. With sorrow, with sorrow. She spoke with sorrow about her loss. She spoke with sorrow about her loss. With guilt, with guilt. He confessed with guilt on his face. He confessed with guilt on his face. With shame, with shame. She lowered her head with shame. She lowered her head with shame. With envy, with envy. He looked at their success with envy. He looked at their success with envy. With suspicion, with suspicion. The guard watched him with suspicion. The guard watched him with suspicion. With doubt, with doubt. He answered the question with doubt. He answered the question with doubt. With certainty, with certainty. She stated her opinion with certainty. She stated her opinion with certainty. With wonder, with wonder. The child looked at the stars with wonder. The child looked at the stars with wonder. With delight, with delight. She accepted the flowers with delight. She accepted the flowers with delight. With admiration, with admiration. He watched the athlete with admiration. He watched the athlete with admiration. With frustration, with frustration. She sighed with frustration. She sighed with frustration. With hesitation, with hesitation. He signed the form with hesitation. He signed the form with hesitation. With dignity, with dignity. He faced defeat with dignity. He faced defeat with dignity. With humour, with humour. She told the story with humour. She told the story with humour. With responsibility, with responsibility. Parents act with responsibility for their children. Parents act with responsibility for their children. With efficiency, with efficiency. The staff handled requests with efficiency. The staff handled requests with efficiency. With initiative, with initiative. She solved the issue with initiative. She solved the issue with initiative. With support, with support. They finished the project with support from the community. They finished the project with support from the community. With expertise, with expertise. The lawyer handled the case with expertise. The lawyer handled the case with expertise. With logic, with logic. He argued his point with logic. He argued his point with logic. With clarity. With clarity. She gave the instructions with clarity. She gave the instructions with clarity. With precision. With precision. The tailor cut the fabric with precision. The tailor cut the fabric with precision. With practice. With practice. You'll improve with practice. You'll improve with practice. With experience. With experience. He solved the issue with experience. He solved the issue with experience. With ingenuity. With ingenuity. The engineer fixed the device with ingenuity. The engineer fixed the device with ingenuity. With research. With research. She supported her claim with research. She supported her claim with research. With evidence. With evidence. The detective backed his theory with evidence. The detective backed his theory with evidence. With a stroke of luck. With a stroke of luck. With a stroke of luck, we found a taxi. With a stroke of luck, we found a taxi.